Welcome back, tribe. So there's an update to the Sadia Khan video, which is incredible. It's been a while since I've seen a video like this. Maybe the only one recently was the Gamer Nexus Bloomberg fiasco with the copyright striking. But this, I'm blown away. You have to see this. Abba did an incredible job with the receipts here. I'm absolutely blown away. This dude is like a super detective. However, he has a team of people helping him do this. I wish I had a team of people helping me do research because this was incredible, dude. I've never seen a crash and burn this bad in my life.
So these screenshots are not everywhere from my understanding.
Okay. So it's got my team's number on there. And I just don't know how to make it go away. But is there a way that we can avoid talking about the screenshots altogether?
This is crazy.
That's the number that you get when you...
I interviewed Sadia Khan.
Oh, snap.
That's right. If you guys don't know who she is, she's a self-proclaimed licensed psychologist who offers people counseling and relationship advice and therapy. And she was recently outed, turning out to be a side chick to some rich dude in Dubai, which she vehemently denies. I had the chance to interview her, and what you need to know is that she's a pathological liar. I already knew this lady was a fraud from my deep research. Here are the facts. Fact number 1, is she a psychologist? Absolutely not. She's not licensed anywhere, has not been. Fact number 2, she lies about her education. I went to her LinkedIn. She's got things noted. She's mentioned them to me personally. But after I did some digging, I found out that this girl has a bunch of Photoshop degrees that she just carries around and posts places online. Fact number 3, she claims that a lot of this stuff was doctored in regards to her being a side chick, the screenshots of the text messages.
The screenshot's completely fake.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck his dick if you have an attitude.
What I can tell you is that I happen to have access to some screenshots that are not public. And when I showed her, she looked a little distraught. So these screenshots are not everywhere from my understanding. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have no idea what's
Hair
going
twirling.
on there. And who is that from?
Who is that from? Who is that from? Let me see that. To buy time to lie. You're noticing all the classical female techniques of like diverting attention, denying,
and when I showed
gaslighting.
her, she looked a little distraught. She looked a little scared.
This is crazy.
And I said, you have nothing to be scared about. I appreciate your acceptance skills. And these text messages are great.
You did not say that.
I sure did. Now, fact number 4, despite claiming to be a psychologist, she does go and harass people and flames them in the most disgusting way.
Thank you for taking the time to speak. I can't actually say anything because unfortunately in Dubai, they're so strict with everything. If you say anything, just I'm going to send you the PowerPoint so you can understand again.
PowerPoint?
And because it's like not properly. But so just allegation by allegation, just so you...
Bro.
So the voice message is what is like, is it fake? It's not you, it's AI generated.
Wait, hold on.
So now we move.
When you have a PowerPoint ready to go to defend yourself, you're already guilty. This is it gets worse. It gets so much worse. It never ends. Where he digs all this up, I don't understand how this is so. I give you full round of applause. This is crazy to me. The whole time I was looking like Preach right here. That was my look the whole time. I could have screen capped that for the thumbnail. That's so good.
Move on to the cheater infidelity allegations. The one where she's a side piece.
No, dude.
Who else has a side chick on this level? Gives them no stress. Told you I'm such a side chick.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck his dick if you have an attitude. And I can do it today.
Go on. Oh, okay, well, we'll see. Okay.
I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
And then I asked her specifically about the voice message where she talks about sucking dick very aggressively.
Screenshots and everything, we've actually traced it from Dubai police. They were able to give us the names. I worked with a particular person in 2021. I was in a relationship, but he was really, really into me. He used to always call me, always be like this. He was in a relationship as well. He was like a bit obsessed with me or whatever, but he wasn't in one relationship. He was in like 5, 6 different girls. He's a player like in Dubai.
High value woman. Are you hearing this? High value women. Look, listen. I was into the player, millionaire in Dubai. He's got like 5, 6 girlfriends. I was still cool with him. Everything the red pill says is true. You're watching. This was like the de facto, the psychologist woman that's teaching men and women how to act. Literally hoeing herself out to be a side piece or a millionaire. You can't make
Successful,
this shit
those
up.
kind of people. And one girl called me and she was just like, oh, by the way, are you talking to this person? And I was just like,
I think after this, if people listen to these female influencers, I don't care who they are, anybody, get off the internet. Get off the internet. You want to have some real, what could you call it? Authenticity, some real heft or from your words. You got to be living the life. You're not really on the internet. You're at home cooking and cleaning. You got kids. If you're a woman, a businesswoman online, you can't it just doesn't make sense. You're not traditional. You're not talking about high value woman because you're not high value in a man's eyes. If we're talking about what it really means for a woman to be high value, the quintessential characteristics of a wife is not some online chick with a business.
what are you talking about? No, I do not talk to him. And who are you to call me and ask him? Like, talk the whole, no, I don't have a memory of this conversation. I only did it when I started digging.
So she doesn't have a memory of this conversation.
But let me tell you more about it.
Mind you, this happened in 2021.
And I said, I don't touch your man. And this is my nature, right? This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could suck his dick on your wedding day. If I wanted to, I could have your man. He's called me when he's in social situations saying, oh, you're so boring without you, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. So I was saying if I wanted to, I could do all of this.
But so just to be clear, in 2021, you didn't have a relationship with this person. You guys weren't.
That's crazy.
Never had a relationship with this person.
Now, I had screenshots, but I needed to tie it to her. The screenshots I had a specific phone number on them. We didn't know who that phone number belonged to. The person who sent them in saying, oh, she was my fiance, she claims it belonged to Sadia, but we didn't have proof. So watch this next part. Also, just to confirm, I was given like two different numbers. I have one here. I don't know which one might be yours or maybe like the assistant that says 9749. Is that wrong?
3719?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Do you see the way she said the last digits? Why is that important? That means she has the number in front of her. I didn't say the last numbers. She finished. How would you know that number?
How would you know?
That's a number you use often.
So she basically just confirmed her own phone number.
She didn't just say one number. She said 3-4 different last numbers.
Yeah.
That means she f***ed that number a lot. That's the number that was sending all them texts claiming to be Sadia.
But secondly, I was in a relationship. I was not with in his side chick.
But yeah, we can have sex on Saturday.
Shut up, man.
Have fun. See you soon, gorgeous. You owe me dick, by the way.
Coming to give it to you. Wait there.
I'm waiting. But let's aim for not going back, though.
You never left.
No, babe. You never left.
Nah, I'm getting you pregnant.
Might as well.
Not looking after it, though.
What could go wrong except everything?
Do you see the difference? When we say they're willing to share the top men and be single mothers and get pregnant by these guys, it's better. Listen, for the average man watching this, you're getting a crash course behind the scenes of everything we've been telling you when you are the guy on this side of everything. She is willing to get pregnant and be a single mother, then date you, an average guy. That would give her everything you could. All women do this. Okay, maybe not all, sorry. A vast majority of women do this. Let's be kind there.
So these screenshots are not everywhere from my understanding. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what's
Playing with
going
her hair
on there.
again.
And who's that from?
This was like, I guess, a screenshot from a video. So whoever sent this, I guess she was taking screenshots of sorts or taking pictures while she was like scrolling through.
Right. Okay. So it's got my team's number on there.
My team's number. Huh?
Because that's the number that you get.
She says it's her team's number. So this number is not her. It's her team, the team that nobody knows exists. Nobody's ever seen them. It just sounds like it's her texting.
Okay. So it's got my team's number on there.
Damn.
You get when you...
She was throughout. Oh, all my lies are useless now. Play that shit again. I made sure too. I did this at the end because this is where the energy and the whole thing shifts. Because she's telling people behind the scenes that she never texted this man, that these are all AI. But these pictures here prove that it's not AI.
It's not AI.
So this is like a team thing. So your team texts people from this number?
And they've got my group WhatsApp, and they put all my WhatsApp people that join my 3M and the people that join that. Because that number is available, like if you join the WhatsApp, anyone can have that number. That number is available.
What do you do?
What? Hold on. Again, it's an excuse that doesn't make sense because What does your WhatsApp number have to do with iMessages? Just think about that for a second.
What do you mean it's available? I don't know. What does that mean?
Well, as soon as you join the free calls or you sign up to be in a 3M program, they put you into a WhatsApp group, and that WhatsApp group has that number.
So what? Anybody in that WhatsApp group can text someone else?
Anybody in that WhatsApp group can have that number.
What?
So if you text that, what?
Person that joined the 3M program, the 8K program, every single person in that joined a WhatsApp groups, different WhatsApp groups for which tier you're on. And because it's managed by that, they will be able to, trace, they will be able to get that number. But then it just doesn't look good on me because it's still linked to my team. And,
She said depending on what team you're on.
What does WhatsApp have to do with iMessages?
it probably won't go through, or it probably will go through, but like my phone's right here. If you were to message that number now,
Bro, it's like, when a guilty person's caught cheating, it's like, no. After deleting everything, like, I'll show you my phone right here's my number. I can show you. Come on.
it won't ring or anything, but it's still, who knows what will go on from there.
What?
What?
So,
What?
I know. Like, this is her. This is like all from the same number.
Oh, wait,
Now,
it's so
her
good.
next claim, when she comes back 5 minutes later and she returns to this topic, is that I didn't even look like that.
Dude, I haven't heard this level of like cringe exposure since that bearded dude that was basically making himself into a cuck and watching other guys fuck his wife. And then that other dude, the Black Manosphere guy that was talking hella shit on on single mothers. And then he was living with a single mother and taking care of her grown ass kid. Do you guys remember that shit? I don't even remember half of the names of these people. This is crazy to me. Wow.
In 2021.
So this is in I'm just going to get the dates up. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm just have to get the dates. And that's May 2020. So in 2021, these are terrible pictures, but you get the idea that they're kind of different.
Those filtered pictures? No, he did not.
So she's trying to claim it's not her.
She did.
But I'm like, lady, we already have you using body waste filters. It looks like when you sent those pictures
Yeah.
you use filters and you've admitted to using filters.
They're kind of different.
I hope this teaches men that, hot chicks can't be trusted just because they're beautiful, right? Like the beauty does not give you trust automatically, authority on a subject. And again, full of makeup, full of plastic surgery, full of filters, full of this online bullshit. It should have been the first red flag. That's insane, dude.
The images? I mean, listen.
Like somebody that obsessed with their looks giving you masculinity advice is insanely cringe coming from a woman. That's just wild. Like if a grandma was giving you masculinity advice that had to raise like 12 boys and a bunch of grandsons currently, and like is at home knitting and cooking and like the matriarch of a whole family, that shit carries weight and heft to it. Like those are the women we are desperately needing on these platforms. The women that are already married for years, the grandmothers, the women that are running successful households, married to men for years, happily. Where are those women? Always, never online. No shit. This is the contradiction, because a good woman in that sense is never online to spew this kind of bullshit. Where the fuck is your husband? Where are your kids? That's the first thing that you should be taking care of. Not some online businesses. I first started, because I didn't pay attention to this chick, but really recently she started blowing up, and she did, I believe, on Soft White Underbelly, if that's what that channel is called. She did a co-interview with Ryan Taraban from Psych Hacks. And they were both next to each other taking questions. And you can tell she was way out of her league. Like what Psych Hacks was saying was on the button. Like, yep, totally agree. Yep, makes perfect sense. Yep, deep understanding of the nuance of the topic and the question. And her answers were so wish-washy and flip-flopping. And he would then correct her on things in like the most gentle psychologist way. Like you can tell the guy is well-versed and practiced in his craft, which is why he blew up. We found him, I think he only had like 12,000 subscribers when we found him. And I was like, dude, this guy's just different. All his concepts are original. Everything he's explaining is backed by like deep knowledge and understanding of the topic. Like you could tell he's well practiced in this. And of course he blew up. And then you have her next to him and it looks like a fucking child next to an absolute adult, man. It was the gap in knowledge was crazy. That's when I was like, why is she even up here? It's insane.
People, even with that, I'm sure some people will probably still look at this and go, but maybe their filters, whatever it is.
Hold on. Okay. You didn't look like that. So your team, on your behalf, from your number, is sending pictures that are not you. Fire your team.
Apparently.
Your team is you.
Yeah.
So.
But do you have more?
No, that's pretty much the last one. It's not. I have a lot more. I just not sharing everything. So now she's like, well, do you have more of those pictures that I've never seen?
Do you mind sharing again? Like, just so I can see what it is and just see
So
what
I can lie.
just because
Can you please? Just because, I want to see, because I need to craft my lie in real time. So I just need to make sure what do you have exactly?
I'm guessing, Goob is gonna, do as much as he can. So I just need to, get ahead of it.
I've got more. See you soon.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So this is her, her setting up meetups with the guy. So this is not just her sending angry messages to piss the lady off for insulting her. This is her setting up dates. Yeah. And then this is where the Arab guy's like, I want to lick your vagine. He's like, stay awake. I'll be home soon. So she's a side chick, very excited to be so.
In 2019, I left the UK and went and became head of psychology in 2 schools in Dubai. So they don't allow you in educational institutions without an education. Now, the other route people go down is say she's not DHA licensed. She's not DHA. She hasn't got a DHA license. The only reason I don't have a DHA license is because when I first qualified, it expired. I didn't renew it because I was now online and I wasn't working in clinics. And in clinics, you need a DHA license.
I guess my question is, have you ever really had a DHA license in Dubai?
I started applying for it, but then my career took off.
That's not what she said. She said that it expired.
Her eligibility expired.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay, because it's still not good for her, because she emailed somebody in 2023.
This is my DHA license. No. I need an official apology from yourself and copy of your license.
Bro, this interview for her was this is the worst kind of damage control. She needed a PR firm to get it, but she couldn't even hire a PR firm because of the amount of fraudulent shit going on here. Like, nobody could touch her. This was one of those probably rare cases where you had to come out and just be like, listen, it was all a scam. F it, whatever, dude. Somehow own up to all of this shit. This is crazy. Wow.
So she used to claim that she had, but she just said she never got one. She started applying, but she didn't get it. Yeah. So she's been out here. And again, there's going to be a running theme. You're going to see how her words conflict with her history. But let's keep watching. If you're a health practitioner in the Emirates, you'll have to have a DHA license. If you don't, it's illegal and they can come after you. So she's definitely fraudulently claiming behind the scenes that she has a DHA license, but
that means that right now
I checked the registry, she's not there at all.
For the CBT, because I remember seeing that certification. That one was from where exactly? Was from the center?
Excellent.
Okay, got it. So I know you got your BCS from University of London. Is there also a master's?
Yes. Well, I have a master's. I have a master's in education. And there's a University of London, qualify as a QTS, and that means that you can become a teacher. And you can feel free to check it or anything like that. Hopefully my name should come up.
Was your master's at UCL ever on your website, or is there any of it online? That's what I guess I'm asking.
Okay, I need to pause it. You're going to notice when I ask her a question, she's very, as a con artist, she's very good. I ask her about her master's. She says, yes, I have a master's, and I also have a QTS. QTS, I have a number. You can look that up, blah, blah, blah. She's just firing. But I know you don't need a master's to get a QTS. QTS just means you're a qualified teacher. But here's the thing. If you're an educated person and you have a master's degree, which is your highest form of education for her specifically,
you're going to show your master's.
You're going to start with that.
Yes.
I don't ask a nigga who's a doctor for the education and they're like, here's my high school diploma. No, you show me your PhD. I don't need to see your bachelor's. She never produced it. I asked her an email 4 or 5 times. She sent me every certificate. I asked for the UCL. She ignored it. So it's on her LinkedIn. She claims she has a UCL degree, a master's. Nowhere. This is important. You can't become a psychologist unless you reach a certain level of education. And master's is not necessarily enough depending on where you do your master's.
No, it's not.
I already know she's not a psychologist because she doesn't meet the threshold to be able to even apply. Okay? That's one. Remember she mentioned that QTS thing. You see this email where it says this is my DHA license? Mm-hmm. This is the number that she had in that email about the DHA. Mm-hmm. QTS number again. Mm-hmm. Qualified teacher status. What the f does that have to do with DHA?
No, it doesn't.
You see how she does the same thing?
Yeah.
When asked about something specific, she uses a number from a completely different certificate.
Yeah.
That's the running thing. She's a pathological liar in that she will just crisscross all of her lies to avoid talking about what you want to talk about.
Was your master's at UCL ever on your website, or is there any of it online? That's what I guess I'm asking.
I put them up, I think like for a week or two because I was getting so many trolls, but then it just got worse because they were just like, you're faking it, it's not real. And even though it's notarized, I even added the notarization on there, but they just won't believe it. And even though I got my work
Men will believe so many lies just because you get a pretty face. Pretty face with a ton of work, too. Bro, this is
experience
crazy.
to show that you need these.
Dude, how did the people feel that got her, whatever, $8,000 hour long or however long it was consultation where she's actively showing, credentials? Like, you think you're speaking to somebody with a real psychologist, credentialed. That's crazy. Dude. You were talking to a fraud the whole time, not a real psychologist. Just some chick scamming that passed her off as having a master's degree, education from an accredited institution with other certifications on top of that.
Things in order to be, hired for that particular position. They won't believe it.
But for whatever reason, I guess people pulled this up and then they were like zoning in on this and they were claiming this is fake. And I'm like, I don't think that's the case. But I guess when you had this up, I guess it kind of saved the picture and these people kept it.
And I can get that everything for you. If you need anything notarized, I can put everything sent to you. I can also give you just the number that comes with it and you can just double check the number. But they, like I said, they're super, super dedicated. They will look for everything and anything. Can you see if there's any more? Because I think it was a story post, but I can't remember. Was there more? Is there more?
No, I think the first thing they did is they just flagged us and they're like, this is photoshopped. And it looked like it might have been. So that's why I think some people got...
Okay, no problem. I can send all the details for that as well if you need. And is this one as well that they're...
No, I think it was... This one. This is the one.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I can send that as well. If they need anything, this is for the advanced CBT. Advanced CBT.
Yeah, I guess the question was like the British Psychological Society. I guess they didn't really have an association with the Center of Excellence.
I got to pause. I asked her if they were ever on her website. I know they were on her website. I want to see if she was on it. She took them off a long time ago. What she didn't know is that there's something called the Wayback Machine. Everything on the internet lives forever. So I went through her website archives and I saw what it looked like a couple of years ago. And I found what she had. Look at this shit, bro. This was on her website as proof that she's educated. So this is her Bachelor of Science. Here it is. This fake Photoshop degree of a master's was on her website, my name. It has no date. When do you ever see a degree with no date of issue?
No date.
Do you see the name? That is a clearly photoshopped on top of this degree.
Like, do you see the text here and how faded it looks? Look at the fading compared to the rest, because this is a screenshot or a photo. And then when you have this here, for example, the fading, notice the fading and how clear and bolded her name appears here. And by the way, this is all capital letters. Like, this job is ass. This is all caps. She has undercase or lowercase. Jesus Christ. Right here, lowercase. Look, why? It should be all capitals. This is crazy. The worst con job from Sadia Khan, eh? You couldn't even bother finding not the first Google result of somebody's diploma, bro. Can you search page like 98 or something? Make people work for this shit at least. This is crazy.
Anyone who has a degree will tell you they would never issue you that without a date.
No, not without a date. That's crazy.
Again, remember, this was on her website as proof that she has that education. She sent me every degree, never sent me her master's. The reason why is she knows it looks bad if she tries to fake that shit too. Now,
SadiaPsychology.com.
It was on her website. Now we go to the next one. The devil's in the details. It all matters to the con. Okay, Center of Excellence is the one that she always brings up and she shows everyone the degrees or whatever.
So what
it's an online school sham. Not serious. You would never become a psychologist from going to school for 1,000 years.
They have a crystal healing audio course. This is what it says right here for 15 euros. Unreal.
It's one of those places where you go online, you say a bunch of things, and then they give you a piece of...
People got scammed by a crystal chick.
paper.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's a lot of fake schools that exist online like that where you can just pay some money and you get a certificate, but it doesn't actually apply for any real world jobs.
This is crazy.
So this one she thought she got rid of. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Do you see this Photoshop?
Again, it's the same thing. It's not the same fonts.
So the British Psychology Society is actually real.
Oh.
It is accredited. It's a serious thing. If you have something that goes through them, that means that you're legit.
The certificate is likely real, as in from COE, but it's not a legitimate credential for psychology practice. The BPS logo is extremely misleading.
What she did was to give herself a more legit feel. She just photoshopped these two together.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that's what she did to give. You can look it up. Center of Excellence and British, nothing to do with each other.
Nothing to do with you.
This is the most damning part of all this. Why would you combine two separate credentials into one? Knowing that anybody that does even the most basic research into this understands that that piece of paper doesn't exist. That it's like, bro, the low IQ. How does this make any sense in your head as a scammer? Like, obviously, because you're a scammer, bro. It's the bare minimum. Hell, Pakistanis.
Okay. Now listen to her explanation again, because I asked her about this.
Yeah, I guess the question was like the British Psychological Society. I guess they didn't really have an association with the Center of Excellence. And so they questioned how these things were like merged together.
When you are BPS accredited, what that simply means is that organization has put it through BPS and they've approved of it. I can send any details for that if that needs it.
She's saying the Center of Excellence put it, but they can't. The Center of Excellence is a place where they have stuff like herbology and like spirituality.
The logo placement at the top is misleading. The British Psychological Society is shown. The BPS does not recognize COE courses as valid qualifications for psychology practice.
They don't. I got contacted them. They said, we have nothing to do with the Center of Excellence. We've never had.
This detective
Me personally,
work.
I feel like as a Muslim woman who's got brown skin, the moment you come up in their world, just
as a woman and I'm brown skinned, it's just like I'm a victim here. Like
Jay Shetty, the moment we come up and you're not looking like them, they automatically assume that you're not real. You'll see white content creators, white coaches, the Matthew Husseys or the other.
It's not fair. I'm a brown skinned woman. Like if I was a white woman or a white man, it would be nobody would be questioning my credentials. But because I'm a woman and I'm brown, this is why I'm getting all this extra scrutiny. I'm a victim. Double points, woman and brown.
Kind of coaches in the world. Nobody asks, checks, cares what their background is. They just assume that they're perfect. But when you're of color, or particularly in my position, I felt like a woman, and as long as you're not super old or you're not white, you simply can't be qualified.
I definitely hear what you're saying earlier in regards to maybe other content creators, maybe those of a different complexion, not receiving the same kind of scrutiny. But from my knowledge, I think you're probably one of the only content creators in this space who I think is like considered a psychologist, at least at this degree and this level. And so I think because you have this added title, I think there's a little bit of extra added.
I'm super convinced now, besides Ryan Terabin, right? Street psychologist. Trump any real psychologist. We've already known this, bro. If you're not deep in the game with personal experience, you cannot sit across from me and tell me how shit works. I don't take money advice from a dude that's broke, and I'm not taking advice from women from a dude that doesn't get women. I don't give a fuck. That's just further proof here. Why would you ever ask a woman for dating advice on how to get women? And why would you ever ask a woman on masculinity advice on how to be a man? What are people... Dude, we are so lost that this kind of scamming can even happen. This is crazy to me. Just think about this, guys. Why would you ever watch a female content creator giving you advice on dating when you don't know how to pull women? Because you're a woman, you don't pull women. You don't know what actually works. Why would you take masculinity advice from a woman that is never been a man, doesn't know what it's like to be a man? I cannot give advice to women on how to go through birth. I can't tell you how it's going to be when the contractions hit and what you should be doing. And charging money on top of that. Hell.
Scrutiny, because the title does carry some weight, right? A lot of these people are uneducated or don't have any kind of background that's officialized.
Yeah, like, is Matthew Hussey a doctor? Is he a psychologist? Does he lean on that as a power of authority? No.
Oh, he's Matthew Hussey.
That's it. If you're a doctor and you're operating in the public space, it's perfectly acceptable for people to ask for your
This
credits.
blows me
That's
away.
a normal thing.
Whenever you just say certain things or you're a coach, it's just your opinion and your vision of things. When you say you're a psychologist, it's medical now.
Yeah. No, I can't let these videos come out. I have a husband. I'm having kids. Do you want to see my embryos? My that's a quote.
Just so you're clear, from 2022, we have our own embryos together.
That's a quote, Nick. That's a quote. She mentioned the fact that she had a dad and 2 brothers, and if they find out, because she's Pakistani, they're going to kill her.
So it's just like, it's because of my father. If it wasn't for my father and he was Pakistani, strict, all of this, if anything gets back to him or my brothers, it's
it's a big problem.
And there's nowhere I can't live.
She did a lot of this, trying to garner.
Yeah, garner sympathy as victim. But it's also because I'm Muslim. I'm a proud woman. Muslim, bro. You can't. Why are you checking my credentials? You racist? Are you Islamophobic? Do you want me to die? I can be honor killed right now. Wow.
Garner sympathy, but your boy. I don't care.
Especially if you speak Yemen people, man.
That's it.
So I know you got your BCS from University of London. Is there also a master's?
Yes. Well, I have a master's. I have a master's in education. And it's what happens with your master in education, you qualify as a QTS, and that means that you can become a teacher.
I keep asking about her master's, and she keeps mentioning this QTS shit. And I'm like, show me your degree. Sadia said it's okay if we stick with the narrative that she's not qualified and it is fake. She's super nervous that anything said will lead to more backlash.
Look at this dog shit email. Where is the punctuation? How are you formatting these? She's so sorry for this. She has been severely anxious because she just does not want to risk another goob video. Who the fuck even wrote this? This is your team? This is how your team communicates with people. And you're talking from your own email. You're talking in the third person. Sadia said it's okay if we stick to the narrative. What a nut job.
We're so sorry to do this. It's just that she has to be very, very careful. If she says the rumors are not true, she may get new rumors.
Oh my
so
Lord.
Sorry for this. So, certificate copy of entry.
Is Allah cool with you? Scamming the infidels? It's allowed, bro. Oh my God. Wow.
And mind you, she told me so many times that she's going to get it for me.
And I can get that everything for you. If you need anything notarized, I can put everything sent to you. And I can get all of that sent to you with the numbers associated with it. I can get all of that sent to you as well. Feel free afterwards. If you just need to double check, please let me know. I've got no problem. Please feel free. If you just want to fact check it, no problem at all.
And people have really pointed to that as behavior that may not be okay for a therapist per se, you necessarily going back and forth. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Now, to give you context, the kind of stuff that she says to people, I will let you see it.
Oh, yes, please do. I have an idea, but
No, you don't.
I did a story on her the other day because she edits her videos and I thought it was very funny. I criticized her in the video because it was very obvious that she puts
This is where it all went wrong. Video. This entire thing could have been avoided at this exact point right here. This guy calls her out. She loses her shit, starts bullying him and sending him a ton of messages, which causes him to just further look into all this shit, expose her even more, which caused this avalanche of you getting absolutely destroyed on the internet. Everything's over. Your business, everything, it's done with. You could have just came out and say, hey, look, it's industry standard. You have to come off as attractive. For a woman, it's very important. So yes, you've been using some beautification filters. You got me. Hey, that's it. And that's it. It would have just stopped there. That's it. This entire thing could have been avoided at this exact moment.
Where her full body is shown. And in a lot of her videos, she's talking about how much self-confidence she has. But when I called her out, she lost her goddamn mind. Now been about 48 hours, and she has spent the last 2 days accusing my followers of being animal addicts, being cheaters, being prostitutes, and everything in between. But today she started.
All accusations are an admission. What do you think that $8,000 per hour dating coach psychologist actually means? $8,000 per hour? You think you're just getting a little lecture from her for $8,000 an hour? Allegedly? Really think about what a high-end escort is costing. with that kind of visibility. Do you think $8,000 an hour is around the ballpark of greasing poles for rich men in Dubai? Potentially.
Started a new trend. These are videos that my followers sent me. This person left a comment on her page, and she tried to call them via audio 4 or 5 times. And then when they wouldn't pick up, she left the threatening message that you'll see scroll by here. Pick up, or I'm going to post your address online. And here's another one from another one of my following. Pick up. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Pick up. Calling over.
Wow, incredible behavior from a trained psychologist. Harassing people in DMs. For pick up, pussy, so I can talk some shit, or I'm going to absolutely dox you on the internet. And I'll suck your man's dick while I'm at it.
And over and over and over again.
Photoshop a bit better, Karen. We can see the curves in the wall. Not everyone is raised to be a sleut. Shut up. My content isn't for hoes. Get off my page. Kind regards. I asked her, is this kind of behavior becoming of a therapist?
I would just say that in general, just because as somebody's a surgeon doesn't mean that outside of their work, they have to cut people's bodies open.
My girl. I can tell you this much. If a surgeon acts like you act, insulting people and harassing people online, the job might have some questions for you. Oh, yeah, you could definitely use your license for that.
I agree. I do agree that it's not great conduct. And I got a really bad temper on me. So, and which is something I definitely have learned my lesson not to bother doing. But I just see it as like, if you're not my client, why do you get my service? My service is a therapist. You're not paying for this service.
Right. But to my understanding as psychologists, there is still a code of conduct. And so even if you're off the job, there's probably certain behaviors that they would say is unbecoming of people in that profession. And then thus, like, based off of like the job that you're trying to engage in, there shouldn't be things that you would engage in. If
you look at psych-hacks, Orion Taraban, Dr. Orion Taraban, let's be real here. Watch the way he speaks, not only to the camera, but when he's speaking in interviews, he has a very clinical tone. It's very neutral, doesn't really take sides. When he pushes on a pressure point of something that people don't want to hear, he does it from I understand you don't want to hear this, but it needs to be said. Or maybe think of it like this. Maybe it's very neutral. His approach, it doesn't really take sides. It's just, here's some uncomfortable truths being dispelled in a very nuanced, clinical way. Right? We're not taking sides. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just trying to help you understand. It comes from an understanding perspective when he's speaking. And he does this consistently, whether it's him just speaking in the camera, reading off his notes, talking about a subject, or when he's in person and he's being interviewed and he's talking about, whatever the breadth of knowledge that he's being asked about. But when you see her here, does this look like a trained clinician? Does this look like somebody that, I don't know, has the cognitive function required to be taking questions or dissecting somebody else's brain and helping them out?
Someone is a psychologist or they hold these fields, and if they're behaving a certain way online, that would be something that would cause losing their license. You're not a bus driver,
I do. Overall, I completely agree. There's no point in me defending it because I completely agree. It's something I've been told for years, but I have this, and this is 100% my nature. You can ask my husband who's right here.
And you have a husband.
And because I've been bullied so much.
Real man, and still you have a husband. She has a husband, allegedly, while telling a side dude or a side chick that she will suck that guy off as a flex.
My whole life.
Again, always a victim. And she says she has an anger problem and what else other stuff. Like, ma'am, you're a therapist. You can't afford therapy.
All the contacts to do something about that, my girl.
And I'll have you know, after this call was done, she went right back to shitting on people. Non-stop.
Wow,
I wasn't doing psychology. 100%. I would be a drug dealer. There is no other job role on this planet that suits my personality more because I am so fearless. I have a very poor work ethic. I am unprofessional and I don't respect the law.
Yes. Good.
Yes, we know.
Yes.
Come out the closet.
Hey, the first thing you said that was actually honest. Congratulations.
Hey,
do it.
Set it free. I lied about being a therapist. I lied about being a psychologist. I lied
Master's
about
degrees,
having
not
licenses.
existence.
I lied and I was tricking. Just say it.
No, schmo, it's fine. We'll get away with it. It's not a problem. So I just got super lucky that, all praise be to God, I'm a girl and I didn't come from that kind of background or whatever it is. But in another life, 100%, I would be in rehab or jail by now.
I seem okay, but deep down, I just want to marry for money and never go back to work.
Scam. All right. So.
Unbelievable. She charges £5,999 for a phone consultation. Apparently, if you troll her, she will ring you up and curse you out for free. Damn, that's so good. Someone else caught on to that too. She's not selling coaching for $8,000. She's selling something else for that price. Coaching is just a cover. There's a reason why her clients are all men. Yep. So when the fuck did ABBA become an investigative journalist? That shit was fire, dude. The moment she went for race, religion, and woman card, I was done with her. Yep. I'm a brown. It's just because, like, credentials. I'm brown. Credentials. I'm a woman. It's like, come on. I'm Muslim. What do you want from me? Are you racist? Stop. Just listen to my advice. $8,000. Oh my God. This is great. This is chef's kiss. This is golden YouTube content right here. I watched pieces of this with my girl, and her jaw was on the floor just laughing. Unbelievable. It could have ended at the waste filter, sis, but your anger management issues, your propensity to be a scammer, the fact that you are a woman and brown and Muslim, like you say, it got out of control. What can you do? Oh no. Somebody says she's going to rage even more after this video. I wonder. I wish I could be the fly on the wall where she watches this update drop and maybe she thought for a second, oh, thank God. I hope. I mean, she had the feeling that this was going to be bad because she sent that horrendous email after this, right? But imagine, there's a little hope. There's a tinge in that little scammy heart that, maybe this could be a good video. Maybe I'm vindicated. You thought wrong, sis. You got absolutely destroyed, cooked, burned to a crisp, and then reburned again. They took your ashes and then threw that shit into an even higher furnace to reduce you. You've been atomized into the piece of shit that you really are. Wow. Feel bad for the dudes that even paid whatever they paid, if they probably didn't hit or whatever it was. Let's just say you really got some stupid information from this woman. Feel bad for those dudes that spent money to get lectured by a woman on men's issues. Big mistake, bro. Investigate Pulitzer Prize investigations here. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Finish.